Yay, our new decals are on. I'm so excited that we finally got these put on. We had a friend back home design these and some logos for us, and then had somebody more locally print and install them. And I think they look really great. I think the color turned out great and looks good with the striping that's already on the boat. And I'm just excited that we look more official now because let's just be honest, the painter's tape wasn't cutting it. Now what you got going on?
Replacing a bilge pump and float switch.
Okay.
They, we had a smell in our room on the starboard side of the boat and couldn't figure it out until me and Morgan yesterday were taking an inventory of all the through holes so we can make sure we got appropriate plugs for everything. And I opened up the floor in Lily's room, and lo and behold, there was the bilge too full of water.
Yeah. Not full, but had more than you wanted it.
More than what the float switch should allow.
Yeah.
And so I went through and troubleshot everything and checked the voltages, checked the connections, checked everything I could, and no, it's just the pump went out, which it can happen. So replacing it with this new one. Thankfully, Angelo, who we bought the boat from, had a nice system set up where actually these parts are the exact same. So it's just fitting it into here and now working on the wiring.
So hopefully plug and play.
Yeah, basically, and cleaning up wiring because there was a lot of other connections that were going on in this old mess that I'm cleaning up. So, yeah, that's what we're working on.
Okay.
Thanks to our delay, we were able to get a couple more things done before we depart. The first one being getting our hulls good and clean because it's just been sitting in Pass Christian Harbor for a few months, and the sea life growth builds up. And then the next thing we were able to do is actually I was able to hire a guy to come and who's looked at all but one of the AC units, and we were able to get 6 out of 7 working for both heat and cooling. We found in a couple of the units the source of a Freon leak shown here, and he was able to get that fixed, repaired, welded, and recharged, and those units are working. So here's Lily's room right now. Temperature is currently 57 degrees, but she's on heat, and it's blowing heat very well. You can definitely feel the temperature difference. And here's Lily's room's unit. Now the tough part with this one is trying to get to the Freon discharge and intake, which is like down here.
Okay, well I just pulled in for my first provisioning run to Walmart. So I had already gotten toiletries and cleaning supplies, and I think I'm good on that. And now it's on to food. And I'll be honest, I don't feel like I have my head wrapped around it. And I don't feel like I'm very organized with it. I feel like I'm being a little sporadic with it. But I'm just trying to do what I can. So let's see what all I got. So this was just round one. Basically, the cans and staples, rice flour, all that kind of stuff is what I got this round. And then I'm going to work more on meals for next time. So, like I said, I don't have my head wrapped around it, but you got to start somewhere. So, here's to round one. Thankfully, the cavalry arrived and helped me bring it all in. Daniel's got the cart loaded down. And the boys, the kid and stuff too. So, thankful for help. At least we can get it to the boat. And then getting it onto the boat and put away. It's going to be another process, but that's okay. It means we're getting closer.
So what they're doing is they're separating the food. What are y'all doing?
Well, we just did our first provision run, and
We have so much food.
yeah, so now we're taking an inventory of what we have, and I'm putting it in an Excel sheet. So
You don't forget?
yeah, one, I won't forget, and two, if we're go again next year, I'll know what all we had.
We need so much food.
I can tell you have a lot of food and also a lot of beans.
Yeah, well, because
Mostly
I don't
canned.
know if we'll be able to get vegetables in some place, so I got more canned vegetables than we usually do. But y'all listen, I haven't even told y'all this. We're gonna have to take. We don't need any of this cardboard or any of this, so we're gonna have to take all these labels off, and we're gonna have to write on it what it is because they attract bugs.
Labels?
They could have bugs in them, so we're gonna have to take the labels, cardboard, all that. That's why I bought what I could in bags. And then we'll just write on here in permanent marker, like in Sharpie, what it is. So that's about to be y'all's next job.
Okay.
And then we'll get it all loaded, put where it needs to go.
Don't do it yellow.
Hey,
Don't
Lily.
take it
Okay.
off because I need to know what it is.
Lily,
Sir?
come here.
Yes.
Okay. Provisioning run 2. And there's a lot more than from provisioning run 1. What do you think, Morgan?
And it's a lot, and it's like we're going into hibernation or something.
Yeah. Well, show kind of the back how full it is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm overdoing it. I don't know if I'm doing good, if I'm doing too much. I really don't know. I just know that I'm trying. That's all I know. Alright, so decals are on. Engine is fixed. Dare I say it? Okay, so engine was supposed to be fixed 2 weeks ago.
Well, now there's a series of 3 progressions of the engines.
Okay, walk
Okay.
us through the progressions.
All right. So the first one was port.
Water
Port
pump.
engine water pump.
That is the problem that we knew existed when we
Yes.
got back here.
Yep.
That we
And
had been working
We,
towards.
yep. And so was supposed to get it fixed by original person. That just fell through and is just a whole mess. Got somebody else who has been great. Anyway, they ordered the part, fixed it, looked at the starboard engine, and saw the same issue. I don't know what I don't know until I don't know it. And so, anyway, ordered another pump, came back out and fixed that. And while they fixed that, you have to remove an engine mount to install the water pump. And lo and behold, an engine mount, which is supposed to be one piece, had sheared in 2. And it happens after my research. And so anyway, so ordered a new mount, and they came back and fixed that and didn't find anything else. And
We told them don't find anything else.
we're so grateful. So that's been the progressions of the engines.
Yeah, but the water pump for starboard, the second water pump, was supposed to get fixed right after Christmas.
Yes.
It was that Wednesday after, and that was supposed to be fixed, and we were all set to leave that Saturday. I can't remember what the date was, but the
New
Saturday.
Year's Eve.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
New Year's
30th?
Eve.
I had to kind of subtract in my head. So we were all set. We had provisioned multiple times. We were all set to go.
We had a great weather window.
Weather looked great.
Beautiful.
It looked great for Saturday. If we even had an extra day, we could have left. We could leave on Sunday. If we just didn't feel like we had it together, it was all working out. And then he came and told us that the engine block needed to be fixed.
Because it was sheared in two. I saw both pieces, so I believe it.
But anyway, so basically you said, do what you got to do, but we got to get this done quickly. And so get the part, get out here as quick as you can. Because we are later leaving than we want to be.
And again, they've been great. It's called the Diesel Man, based out of Slidell. He is great.
Yeah.
They are great.
Yeah. So
Nothing but 100% satisfied with their service.
yes. So they came out and fixed it. I mean, they had the holiday and everything, and then they came out Wednesday? Got the part in, I think, that morning, Wednesday morning, and we're out here by this afternoon. Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, no, they got the part, the engine mount they got Wednesday morning. They were here Wednesday afternoon.
Yes.
You can't argue that.
Yeah. So got that done. Being delayed, we ended up going to my parents because
It was
been
cold.
Okay, so if you followed us along in St. Augustine, you know that we didn't have AC. Well, guess what? If you don't have AC, you don't have heat. So we hadn't had any heat, and we hadn't had a chance to get that fixed. Really, because one, we didn't have any contacts, didn't have anybody to ask. A couple of weeks ago, our boat neighbors gave us somebody to contact. You contacted them. They couldn't come out because of the holiday, but since we were delayed a little longer, you called, and he came on out.
He came out the first day after the holidays.
Yeah, so the 2nd.
Yeah. January 2nd, and he spent all
spent
day here.
All the day. Here.
We got 4 units done. Number 5 bypassed and working. And anyway, he, full days of work. Great. Like, the boat is warm in this 40-degree weather here.
Yeah. And then today he came back and worked on
Got
one more.
1.5.
One and a half.
So we have 6 out of 7.
I'll take it. So before we were doing a
Mr. Heater propane heater.
basically a propane heater, and we would just move it around wherever we were, put it in the bedrooms before we went to bed. And really the biggest problem with that is we didn't leave it on overnight, so it just got cold overnight, and morning was pretty chilly. So yeah, when it got down in the 30s at night without heat, that wasn't fun.
Yep.
So anyway, I think that's it.
Yep.
So now we've provisioned a little more, got a few more fresh things.
And
Now when are we going to leave?
tomorrow.
We're set
From
to
when we
leave in the
shot this
morning.
video.
Yeah, we set to leave in the morning. So do you think it'll
January
actually
the 6th.
happen? Yeah, which is January 6th. So do you think it'll actually happen this time?
I do, unless something drastic changes in the weather tonight.
Yeah, and it is raining right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining right now, so right now it does not look like great time to leave, but in the morning it should look good.
Yep. So we'll be heading south
So-
to warmer waters.
And I'm ready. All right, hope it goes well.
Before any passage, we have had multiple safety briefings that included kind of what to do, what not to do, and rules.
We also have these offshore life jackets, and we have beacons that'll send GPS locations. And we also have these ACR watches that will send an alarm if they get too far from the hub. So all of these things that we hope we don't have to use, but we still have them for safety precautions. Okay.
And sing.
Did you mean to dress like me today?
This was on top after I showered.
Okay. I got dressed first, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, mine is a different shade than you, but the camera is
It looks
it
pretty
looks
close.
This was on top of my drawer, and I always dress by what's on top of my drawer.
Yeah. Okay.